Welcome everybody. For those panelists who are here now, we're going to be connecting through Facebook Live in just a minute for those who are going to join us through Facebook, but let's get going. My name is Geoff Green, president of Green Team Realty, and I am honored to be here tonight for our annual Sales Leader Award ceremony. Normally, this award ceremony is done at the Warwick Valley Country Club with a band or a DJ, lots of food and drink and good spirits, but the pandemic has led us to a virtual award ceremony. So we had to get creative this year, but myself and Andy Clough, our marketing director, has decided to put together a great presentation. I think it's going to be a good one for everybody. So let's dig right in here and talk about a few things. Now, Andy, before we launch the slides, I want to give some people who are joining us that are not part of the Green Team, because there's going to be quite a few people watching this video, either recording or live right now as in the webinar, that are not part of the Green Team, but they're friends and family, and they're connected to us in some way, shape, or form. And I just want to give everybody perspective on what these people who we're about to honor, what they have endured in 2020. Now, I am not saying that we as realtors have endured more than anybody else out there during the pandemic, because we haven't. We as humans have gone through this together, and it's been very much a universal experience for everybody involved, and everybody has their own, tale of heroism to tell, so to speak. But like everybody, we as realtors have had to endure homeschooling with our kids who have school-aged children. That's been a real burden, if you will, but also a joy in some respects. I know from my perspective, it's been a real joy. I've gotten a lot closer with my kids and their education. It's been hard. It's been a lot more time, and I think a lot of the realtors would say the same thing. Fear of perishing from the virus, fear of transferring the virus to vulnerable people, isolation, all these things that these realtors have had to deal with. But they haven't had the ability to take any time off, right? The real estate business, it's an independent contractor business. There's no healthcare benefits. There's no bailouts. There's no steady paycheck. These people, either they make it happen or they don't. And if they decide not to work, well, guess what? There's 10 other people lined up behind them, as you're going to hear some of the numbers tonight about how many realtors there are in our local counties that are our marketplaces, that they compete with, thousands of people. So it is, when you look at some of the faces and the names of the award recipients this year, it brings goosebumps to me, knowing what some of these people have gone through, the age category that some of these people are in, the risk that they've taken with their own lives to be able to service their clients and to keep their livelihoods in place. So it's really been a humbling experience for me as the leader of this organization to watch all these people make it happen like they do every year, but just above and beyond the call of duty this year in the pandemic. So it's really been, an awesome thing to watch and see. So without further ado, Andy, let's go ahead and pull up our presentation and get right to it. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about our, while Andy loads up the screen, just our agenda for tonight. We're going to take it from the lower level awards, and we're going to work our way all the way up to the top. And Andy, you can go ahead and hit the next slide. And at the end, our top level producers, we're going to hear from them. We have a great panel lined up for you. All of our MVP Circle recipients are here tonight on the panel, and you're going to hear from them, which is great. I love to hear from successful people. I consider myself a student of success. So when people in the MVP circle, when they talk, I listen. So I hope that you'll do the same tonight with us. So we're going to go into the honorable mention awards first. All right, a little bit about the awards so that everybody's familiar with it. Honorable mention is 1.5 to 3 million. So you have to close at least 1.5 million in the calendar year of 2020 to have qualified for honorable mention. And if you've gone 3 million to 5 million, you're in the Captain's Club. 5 to 10 million, you're in the President's Club. And the MVP Circle, which is really, truly rare territory, is 10 million plus. Now, one thing I want to note for those of you who are not in the industry that are joining us is when we talk about 5 to 10 million. We're not talking about commission dollars that these people make, okay? I promise you, I don't know that anybody in the Green Team drives a Ferrari or a Porsche or any sort of exotic car for that matter. I mean, yes, they're doing well, but we're not making 5 or 10 million dollars in gross commission income throughout the year. Sales volume means the price of the real estate inventory that we're selling, right? So for example, if I were to sell a home that's worth $500,000 and I am the listing agent on that property, I get $500,000 worth of sales volume for that sale. Okay, so I just wanted to clear that up for people who are not necessarily in the industry. So go ahead, Andy, let's go to the next slide. So I love this quote because it's just so true. Great salespeople are relationship builders who provide value and help their customers win. That could not be more true. And that's really what you're about to see tonight, are people that, are in the community, that are doing great things for those around them, that go out of the way for their clients, because, what we like to talk about at the Green Team is, we're trying to develop clients for life. It's not just about one transaction. We want to do such a good job that people refer us to their friends and family, their repeat customers, so on and so forth. So go ahead, you can hit the next slide there, Andy. All right, so here's our first category, honorable mention. We're going to go ahead and listen to a video here and watch the candidate award recipients. And I know that there's a group of people hanging out in our Warwick office, and a shout out to you guys for being there. And I'm hearing the applause. I'm envisioning the applause because our award ceremony, they rock. Every year when the awards are being given out, it is loud and there's music being played, and it is a powerful event. And of course, that's what we're missing this year. So we tried to bring a little bit of music into it. But major applause to all of you. And I look at the faces on this slide, and I know these people very well, and I know their lives and their stories and what's going on behind the scenes, and all the little kids that they have, or the grandkids that they've been taking care of, and this, that, the other thing. And it's, again, just a big congratulations to all of our honorable mention award winners. So let's go ahead and get to the Captain's Club, Andy. So here are the faces of our Captain's Club award winners. And, once again, so many great stories. I look at some of them. Pip Klein, a previous Momentum Builder award winner. Tom Felino, my coach in high school, Terry Gavin, a friend of our family for so many years. Just, I could sit here and tell stories about all of them. Of course, we're not going to go through that and take everybody's time. But again, congratulations to all of you. Some of you, it took a long time to get there, and there were some great comeback stories to get to this level of Captain's Club, and you should be very proud of your accomplishment. It's no small task that you're here listed on the screen. There's, over 100 Green Team sales agents at this point between the two offices. So you can start to see the numbers whittle down, so on and so forth. Okay, so let's go to President's Club. Okay, very cool. So what we've done is we've prepared an individual slide about each of our President's Club award winners, because, they're rarefied territory. They've, produced at least 5 million in sales from 5 to 10. And, look, I can tell you, I've been around this business now my whole life really, but, developed the Green Team 16 years ago, founded it. And, what a journey it's been. But I can tell you there's a lot of people that never reach this level of production, never even in a career. So this is really an accomplishment. We'll start out with Tiffany Megna. Joined Green Team in 2019. She was honorable mention last year. Jumped right over Captain's Club. Didn't even bother with Captain's Club. Got right to President's. So that I guess you could call that the quantum leap, right? And I know that Tiffany wanted that, and she reached and attained her goal. So that's really awesome for her. Top 7% of all agents in Orange County. Now you're going to see what percentage everyone fell into from the President's Club and MVP Circle. And what that means is we took a ranking of all the agents in the county in which they operate in. So in this case, Tiffany is part of our New York office, so she primarily operates in Orange County. And of all the agents in Orange County, she's in the top 7%. She did 5.1 million in sales in 2020. So congratulations, Tiffany. Really great accomplishment. Andy, you can go to the next slide, please. Okay, Allison Miller. What a great story Allison is. Like Tiffany, not in the business all that long. Like Tiffany, super hard worker, just gets it done, always been very impressed by Allison's ability to just work and just get it done, and really has, raving clients and the whole thing. She joined Green Team in 2017. She was in the Captain's Club last year and did 5.1 million in sales in 2020. She's in the top 100 of all agents in Sussex County, New Jersey in 2020. Now, just to give everyone perspective, in Orange County, there are 1,959 ranked agents, meaning they closed a deal, at least one deal. Last year, there were 1,959 agents in Orange County, and in Sussex, 1,913. So almost the same amount of agents. So out of almost 2,000, Allison's in the top 100. Great job, Allison. Let's go to the next slide. Vicky Garby. President's Club 2019. In addition, a two-time Captain's Club award winner. So Vicky is no stranger to winning Green Team awards. She's been a consummate producer for many, many years. 5.9 million in sales in 2020. That was a banner year for her, and top 4% of all agents in Orange County. Great job, Vicky. Vicky's somebody who, anybody who knows Vicky knows that she's really smart. I don't think there's anyone that can deny that. She's very analytical, very smart. She has a real competency with commercial real estate and has done very well in that sector. But she's also a very good listing agent and buyer agent in the whole 9 yards, and a heck of a mom, as are all of the ladies that we've seen here tonight on these slides. We have a lot of great moms, and I think that translates into great realtors, right? Because at the end of the day, what are we doing? We're caring for our clients, right? Nobody knows how better to do that than moms. All right, let's go to the next slide. Congratulations, Vicky. Awesome job. Now, one other thing that you'll notice is that each of these slides, the sales production is a little bit higher, right? So the kind of the concept here tonight is we've been kind of working our way from the bottom up to the top. So even within the President's Club, certain people have done more production than others, right? So we're working our way to the top of the club. So Barbara Tess is up next. She joined Green Team in 2017, a fellow UNH Wildcat. Yes, that's right. Barbara and I share the same alma mater for our collegiate studies up at University of New Hampshire in Durham. She is a 3-time Captain's Club award winner, so no stranger to Green Team awards. Top 4% of all agents in Sussex County in 2020. And she did over 6 million in total sales volume. Great job, Barbara. I look forward to many more years of your continued success. Awesome job. Well done. Andy, let's go to the next slide. Nikki I might be one of the only people that can properly pronounce her name because I actually speak a little bit of Polish. I am 50% Polish by nationality, and I grew up. One of my best friends lives in Poland. So Nikki Gregorszewski is a new addition to Green Team, but not a new addition to our marketplace. A lot of us know Nikki very well, are very fond of her, and we are extremely proud and honored to call her part of our team now. Nikki had a banner year for herself, top 4% of all agents in Orange County in 2020, 6.2 plus million in sales in 2020. I know that we can help Nikki double that production over the course of time, and we look forward to making that happen. So welcome aboard, Nikki. We're really thrilled to have you here. The future is bright. All right, Theodore. He's not called Theodore. Teddy Van Laar, for anybody who knows him, right? He's one of our founding members of Green Team New Jersey Realty. He was in the President's Club last year as well as this year. Top 6% of all agents in Sussex County, 6.6 million in sales volume in 2020, 31 years of experience selling resort property. Now, you'd never know because the guy's, I mean, look at him. He's only like, what, maybe 50? And he's been in the business for 31 years. So do the math on that. He's been doing real estate since he was a teenager, I guess. What I want to say real quick is you'll see if for those analytical types out there, you're seeing some of these top 6% or whatever. You know, Teddy, although he might have done more sales volume than some of the others, might have a higher percentage meaning further from the top. But that's because Teddy does business in a lot of other counties, not just Sussex County. So these are the percentages in comparison to others and their production that they did in that particular county. All right, wanted to clear that one up for all of you analytic types that are watching these slides. Go ahead, Andy, let's go to the next slide. Congrats, Teddy. Really great job. And where would Teddy be without Charlie, and where would Charlie be without Teddy? The dynamic duo, as we call them.
Video.
Charlie,
if you're hungry, you can eat.
Somebody's mic is open there, Andy, if you want to make sure to turn that off. Charlie and Teddy are the dynamic duo. They've been at the top of our production charts ever since they started. These guys are great. They're a lot of fun to be around. If you've ever worked with Charlie or Ted, you could attest to that. Great guys, super smart, hard hitting. They make it happen. Charlie, congratulations. Founding member of Green Team New Jersey Realty, two-time President's Club award winner, yearly sales leader along with Teddy in 2018 of the New Jersey office, top 6% of all agents in Sussex County. I cannot express to you guys, these two in particular, they work hard, they make it happen, and this year was a real testament to it. The virus was something that really impacted their ability to get things done, but they found a way to make it happen. And I have a lot of respect for that and admiration. So congratulations, Charlie and Ted. Andy, let's go ahead to the next slide. Tammy Scotto, another great producer in our Warwick office, joined Green Team in 2014, a two-time President's Club award winner, top 5% of all agents in Orange County, 6.6 million in sales. Tammy is somebody that has been in this industry a very long time in terms of the number of years that she's been licensed, but she'll be the first one to tell you that she really started to get serious about her business right around the time when she made a transition into Green Team. And I tell you, it's been a very consistent climb for Tammy, and it hasn't been there hasn't been a step back ever with her. So we have yet to see how far Tammy can really take this, and it's exciting to watch her go. So congratulations, Tammy. The future is bright for you. Very much looking forward to supporting you in all of your future years. So congrats. Let's keep it going to the next slide here. And this is our final President's Club award winner. He missed the MVP circle by the skin of his teeth, basically one transaction short from being an MVP circle. Dean Diltz. Coach Dean, as my kids know him, he's a staple in our local community here in Warwick. He joined Green Team back in 2013. He's ranked in the top 2.5% of all agents in Orange County in 2020. A two-time President's Club award winner, 9.5 million plus in sales volume. just shy of the 10 million mark. Dean, I'm sorry that you didn't make it this year, but I'm confident that you're going to make it next year and every year after that. Just keep working, keep going. You are a real, shooting star in this business, and just keep going, man. It's the sky is your only limit. That's for sure. Okay, so this brings us to our MVP circle. MVP, right? We're a team, green team, the whole thing. Most valuable players, right? This is the circle of the most valuable players. This is rare territory. So I'm going to go ahead and stop talking. We're going to let the video announce and unveil who our MVP circle people are. Andy, go ahead. Okay, there they were. Jennifer, Nancy from the Warwick office, Karen and Christy from the Jersey office. These are 4 very successful, very serious women in their careers, and they just make it happen like nobody else. They are remarkable to watch. They are remarkable to be next to and support and all these different things. They're awesome, all 4 of them. So let's get into it and talk about each of them individually. And then we're actually going to hear from each one individually. So Nancy Sardo joined the Green Team in 2015, a 2-time President's Club Award winner, top 1.5% of all agents in Orange County, 10.4 million in sales volume in 2020. That's a big number. Really great, Nancy. Very proud of that. Nancy has truly a core competency in new construction, home construction particularly. Has a lot of clients in that arena, is really an important part to the local marketplace because she's bringing online a lot of new inventory that a lot of agents and home buyers alike need. So Nancy, congratulations on an awesome 2020. We're going to hear from you in just a little bit. Andy, let's skip through the client testimonials and get to the next person. We have some reviews that we're just going to kind of display as we're talking in a little bit with the panel. But right now we're going to introduce Christy Anderson, who is the next up. And again, we're going from the level of production, right? So Nancy did the 10.4, 10.6, I think it was. Christy did a little bit more, 10.8. So we're going in order of, there it is, 10.4. We're going in order of production up to the highest #1 overall production of the company. So back to Christy Anderson. She joined the team in 2019. And man, I tell you, I chased Christy around for at least 2 years. I think she'll attest to that. And I just was, not willing to take no ultimately for an answer. I know that she, had to go around the block and do some other things and try out some different brokers. But we are extremely grateful and glad to have her call Green Team her home. She is in the top 1.7% of all agents in Sussex County in 2020. She was in the Captain's Club in 2019. So she went right over the President's Club and into MVP Circle. That's pretty impressive. That was a big year that Christy had. 10.8 million in sales in 2020. Really a tremendous mark, an awesome year. Congratulations, Christy. So let's go to our next MVP Circle winner, Jennifer DiCostanzo, ranked number 13 in all of Orange County against all other agents. That is a tremendous mark, big time. 5-time yearly sales leader in the New York office. Not just 5 times, 5 years in a row. That is total dominance right there. Tremendous producer, tremendous work ethic, tremendous negotiator, and a heck of an agent who gets raving reviews from all of her clients. 3-time MVP Circle Award winner. That's a big deal. 3-time Citizen of the Year Award winner as voted by her peers. Congratulations, Jen. Another stellar year, your best year yet. And I'm sure it's not going to be your best year ever. You got a lot of runway ahead of you here. I think you can just keep taking this thing as far as you want to take it. So congratulations, Jen. And last but not least, and in fact, it's the last with the most sales volume production in 2020, with a mark of 17.8 million in sales volume in 2020, out of her home base of Vernon, New Jersey, which is one of the lower average home sale prices in Sussex County. I mean, you're talking about a lady that competes against a lot of agents that are at the top of the ranks in Sussex County, are based down in Sparta, where the average home price is almost double probably than what it is in the northern part of the county. A 2017 Team Player Award winner, 3-time Citizen of the Year Award winner, in the top 20 of all agents in Sussex County in 2020. And like I said before, 17.8 million in sales volume in 2020. This is her first time into the MVP circle, and boy, did she come on in a big way. Congratulations, Karen Gonen. Really awesome. So, Andy, I want to hear from the MVP circle people, and I'm sure a lot of other people do. They've probably heard enough from me. I've talked enough, and now it's time to hear from the true winners. All right. So if you could maybe get us into gallery view so that we can hear from everybody. And let's not worry about the slides yet. Maybe as we're talking, you can bring the screen share back up and show some of the reviews that the clients have had. There we go. So here we are, ladies, the big night of anticipation for me and Andy. We've been working on this format for some time, and we're happy to have all of you. So let's start in the order in which we went. Nancy, we'll start with you. Your mic is muted, so you can unmute your mic. I'm just waiting for you to, there you go. There you go. So thoughts on tonight's sales presentation, like just what's come to mind here?
What's come to mind, and part of the success that I cannot actually believe that I've, reached with life and all the different ever-changing world that we're in, is listening and learning. No matter how well you do in real estate or how hard you strive to get to where you want to be, listening and learning, I think, is key. Your clients are undeniably your crux of pretty much your existence, and how you are going to create where you work from, starting from the beginning to the end. You follow. It's a very, very emotional, sensitive time. So you have to be careful with how you approach different people, because in the ever-changing world of real estate, in addition to our world, there's always going to be different people and different personalities we meet through every transaction. So as long as we're able to keep everybody on board, on the same path, keeping everybody considered as far as each of their positions, and really helping guide a buyer and a seller who is not a real estate professional through the process, through the transaction. And it's difficult not to get emotional. I know a lot of people know me as being extremely enthusiastic and passionate about what I do. I feel very, very blessed and grateful for my new construction niche. And it's very, very exciting to see something from the bottom up. I took a lot of joy in learning about construction. My husband's a master craftsman, Dennis, and he was there to help guide me, but I did work for some wonderfully respectful builders, and I still do, for 16 years. But the buyers and the sellers, as much as we know and how much we can offer, they're still coming in new and fresh. And we always need to keep that in our forefront, and taking each buyer, husband and wife, children, everyone into consideration, and sort of understanding where they're at. They might have been through a bad experience. It might have been their second or third transaction. But I always think really listening and learning in this business is huge. You never stop learning. I love new construction. I love to talk about it. And I also love to counsel other realtors, and as well as people just possibly interested because we have lots of people looking for a new home and we have very little inventory. So once I have an agent come to me, I'm very, very flattered and very, very proud. And I've had quite a few this year reach out to me and actually ask, what could we do? This is what we're planning. And I do have a very big year in front of me. And I'm very excited about it. And I do have a good list of wonderful clients as well as realtors that I'll be working with. But just like I feel, just as everyone's going into something new, you just have to learn how to handle everybody with the respect and the rearing they need. And just listen and learn. That's a big part of I feel like, how I've gotten here, and I can't believe it. I've actually been really blessed with 3 fabulous brokers. I mean, I was with my previous company for 10 years, 2 top producers, and then Geoff, and would never, ever think of changing. So I really feel like it comes from being in a family group in a very good setting of having the ability to learn more or just forget. Being here with the Green Team always gives you the opportunity to run to the drive and see one of Geoff's videos.
There's plenty to learn right now.
I have to say, living, listening, and learning. I mean, just keeping everybody's ideas. It's hard to separate. Sometimes you're working with several clients at one time, but you have to remember those clients want to be an individual. And I pride myself on doing the best I can with that.
Yeah. One thing that you said that I would reiterate is, it's never going to be perfect, right? Perfect doesn't exist, but there's a lot of rocky roads in this business, and it's a very emotional time for people. So the relationships can tend to be very emotional too, but you find solutions for problems and you keep things moving forward, right?
Support.
Yeah.
You're there for support. I know a lot of our reviews from our respectable previous clients and future clients. They love, you could notice there's a certain component in each of those reviews that we were able to guide them or support them, because there could be things that they don't realize they have to do. So the more information, the more support, and the more guidance we give them goes a long way.
Cool. Well, thank you for all that, Nancy. I'm sure there were a few nuggets of wisdom for everybody who's listening, and that was great. So,
Thank
Christy,
you, Geoff.
You're welcome. Congratulations again, Christy.
Thank you.
You can go ahead and unmute your mic. I'm anxious to hear from you. So, Christy, everybody down in Vernon knows her because she has a billboard down there. Big, beautiful billboard. It's awesome. And you can't miss it, right? When you're heading down towards Crystal Springs. So, Christy, thoughts on tonight? Just thoughts in general?
I would say that I just owe it all to my clients.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be where I am today without them entrusting me to make it happen, which obviously I did. But, I'd like to thank them for entrusting me and then sending me referrals and, helping me get to almost 11 million.
And how important would you say, because I know that you're very involved in the community, just in general. I've always known you to be somebody who's involved. How important would you say that has been to your success?
I would say it's been very helpful in my success because you're just making connections all the time. And then when people see that you did a good job for somebody else they know, then they're more likely to use you. So I think it definitely helps. And I enjoy helping out in the community.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just, again, kind of priding myself on being what I call a student of success, meaning I study people who are successful in other industries, in our own industry, in our own marketplace. And I take note of a lot of things, but one thing I can say that I feel has made Christy very successful, like I just said, is her presence within her own marketplace, her volunteerism, her philanthropic endeavors. She's social, she has, friends and family, and she's active, and I think that you know, real estate is a relationship business. And when you start to look at the top of the production charts, pretty much in any marketplace across the United States of America, or probably the world for that matter, it's those who are out there making connections that are usually at the top. Yes, we work hard on internet lead generation and direct mail, and we have all these different programs and processes and all sorts of stuff, right? But what I've always found to be the most successful and profitable for a realtor is relationships. I think Christy really is a testament to that, as well as Nancy. All four of these are, there's no doubt about it. They all get a lot of referrals from their clients. Okay, Jennifer. Congratulations, Christy, once again. Congrats. Jennifer is gonna, you can mute your mic. So there you are, Jen. 5-time champ, 5 times in a row. That's a pretty awesome mark.
It's been a good run. It's been a very good run.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Thoughts on tonight? Thoughts on your success? Anything that's just kind of bubbling at the top of your mind?
It's nice to take pause and kind of see where you fall at the end of the year. It's just, you're always, you know, in transactions, always months ahead. And as we are in February, I'm already in June. So it's kind of nice to take that pause and see where the year ended. It was a tough year. It was a very challenging year on every platform, financially for many, not knowing what their next move is going to be, and really strategizing, you know, life events, you know, with clients as to where are they, where they need to be, and what is the best, you know, approach for their current situation. So it learns a lot this year. It's just, you have to kind of reel it in. And it's not always about the win, because sometimes it's not meant to be, and it's a blessing in disguise for those that are out there, you know, inundated and being a part of multiple offer situations because of the frenzy. But I'm a witness to it, and I say it all the time: you'll be where you're meant to be when it's meant to be. And that's really the rule of 2020 and going into 2021.
Yeah, that's a really good point, right? Is that, you know, usually people will land on their feet in a better situation.
They always do. They always do.
Yeah, I found that to be the case too. So that's good advice right there for any realtor who's dealing. Because I mean, you know, look, one of our biggest problems as an industry right now is the lack of inventory, right? And that's really a nationwide dilemma. So to hear from a top producer like Jennifer DiCostanzo, who's, you know, been a top producer for a long time, to say that, you know, your buyers, when you're working with them, if they lose out on a deal, they almost always end up in a better place. You know, you just have to have faith in that. And this is coming from someone that has closed lots and lots of deals and can say that with a certain amount of certainty, you know, so that's good advice. Really good. Congratulations, Jen. Awesome. Another great year. Just, you know, year in and year out, you're always here at the top. And we're fortunate to have you as part of our team. And we look forward to supporting you to many more great years. And like I said, when I was talking about your slide, you know, there's still a lot of runway for you. I think you can take this thing as far as you want to go. And
I still have gas. I still got a lot of gas, so it's all good. Stepping on the gas.
You always have that chuckle to you, like, do I really want to do more? But I say yes, you can. You know, it's just about.
Well, I set the bar 5. You know, 5 consecutive years. So it's just another 5 to go, and then I can hang it up.
You're not going to want to hang it up.
No, I'm not. I can't. No.
That's one of the great things about this business. I mean, you can literally do it till the day you die. There are examples.
That'll be me. That'll be me.
Yeah. And I see myself doing the same thing in some way, shape, or form. You know, when you love what you do, it's not really work, you know.
That's in your DNA. It's just something that takes over, and there's nothing more fitting that, you know, finding that good fit and what works.
Yeah. Good stuff. Congratulations, Jen.
Thank you.
Okay, Karen Gonen, you're up. Unmute your mic.
Hi, Geoff.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Awesome. What a year. Holy cow.
Seriously.
You almost hit 18 million this year in sales volume. That's like wowzers. It was almost a 3x leap for Karen, meaning 3 times what she did the previous year. Really remarkable. So your thoughts, Karen? I mean, you know, you've been sitting here listening to everybody else. What's coming top of mind for you? We're all anxious to hear.
I think this year was really the year that we all understood how important our homes are and where we set ourselves, where we lay our head at night. I think the fact that Corona happened actually allowed all of us to realize what's important in life to us. I think being home, being a teacher, a cook, a realtor, trying to provide, trying to go out in the trenches and help as many people as I could, because not everyone could. In New York, for instance, you guys couldn't go out. In New Jersey, they didn't give us a restriction, so I was out every day. And I'm very grateful to have been able to do that. Thankfully, I've had the support of my family, of my partner. Thank God for Green Team back office, the CSAs, and Donna in our Green Team office were just fabulous. At every beck and call, they were there to help me in any way that they could, whether it was Laura or Diana or anybody else on the team. And I attribute my success to that because everyone was there to support and to help me.
Yeah, that's so true. And, you know, it was, you know, from a business owner's perspective, I know anybody who's watching this right now, who's a business owner and has employees and staff, it was an extremely challenging year. And it's not over. The challenge is not over. But this thing hit, and it's just been, you know, it's been hard, right? Because, you know, you want people to be working, but in some cases their life is at stake. So what are you going to do? You know, it's just, I mean, it's just been hard. It's been hard. And like Karen said, you know, to think Karen tripled her production, right? She did almost 18 million in sales, and she's homeschooling her kids on the off days. I mean, did you have full remote this year? Were they hybrid in and out, or like what did you do?
No, my kids were fully virtual. I actually took them out of school a week before school went virtual. And thankfully, I have really good kids, really good souls, where I didn't have to worry as to whether or not they're doing their homework. I had help at home, and I was grateful for that because that's what allowed me to go out day in and day out. I was working 7 days a week, literally 18-hour days. I was waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, going to bed at 11, 12 o'clock. But I was very happy that I could help as many people as I did, because there was such a rush from New York City coming up to Vernon and the surrounding counties that if none of us went out, I don't know what would have happened. It was a massive exodus, and it still is, like Jennifer mentioned. It's still going on, so I can tell you my January and February are as busy as May, June, July. It's just insane.
Yeah, I almost feel bad that I continue to talk here. It's like you guys got to get back to work. You know,
that's why my cell phone is right here, Jeff.
It's like it's a miracle that I was able to get these 4 on the webinar. And you know, we'll just leave it at that. You know, I mean, everybody's real busy. Right before we even started the webinar, we're just like cramming to get everybody on. All right, let's go. You know, that's how busy people are. So all right, so that's a good parlay. Andy, if you could bring up the slide that tells what's coming next, because the awards ceremony doesn't end tonight. We have 2 more webinars coming up, one tomorrow night, and we're going to reveal our team player and citizen of the year award winners. And then on Friday night, we're going to be unveiling the 2020 Momentum Builder Award, and that is given out to 1 recipient by me. I choose who that is, and it's always a great story, and I hope everybody would be there for it. So definitely check in with us tomorrow at 5 p.m. for the next webinar, and also if you could put it on your calendar for Friday at 5 p.m., that would be great. Andy, unless I've forgotten something, I think we've come to an end. There's some information on how to connect with us if you're interested. A big congratulations to all of our award winners. Everybody has a lot to be grateful for, thankful for, and big pats on your own back. Celebrate it. You know, you celebrate every victory. I know that some of you didn't hit the goal that you wanted to, but it does not matter. You know, it does not matter. You've been very successful in your own right, and you need to celebrate every victory so that you can carry that momentum into the next year. So, all right, everybody, thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Take care.